To all the grown-ups listening, it's this week. It's almost time to turn your home into a 7-day nature adventure filled with scavenger hunts, hands-on activities, and amazing discoveries. In just 2 days, you can sign your family up for Curious Camp. It's an at-home, interactive, self-paced, and screen-free week-long experience hosted by me. Sign-ups will only be available for 1 week, so to be notified when Curious Camp launches, visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com/camp. What do astronauts eat in outer space? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever seen videos of what astronauts look like up in outer space? Maybe you've seen them inside a spaceship or the International Space Station. What's one thing you notice about them? The main thing I notice is that they can float around. Have you ever wondered why that is? Well, on the International Space Station, the astronauts and everything around them are continuously falling around Earth together. But the station is also moving forward so quickly that it keeps missing the ground as Earth curves beneath it. This creates a condition called microgravity, which makes the astronauts and all the nearby objects float, or at least appear to float. Really, they're just constantly falling. And if the astronauts are on their way to the moon, well, for most of the journey, the engines are off and the spacecraft is coasting in continuous freefall. Have you ever been in a car when you quickly went over a big bump and you kind of came out of your seat for a second? Almost like you were floating for a moment. It's kind of like that. But what would happen if you were floating around your home all the time? Can you imagine that? That's what it's like to be in a spaceship, I guess, or on the space station. You couldn't leave your shoes on the floor. You couldn't set a pencil on your desk and expect it to stay there. You might even have to attach your pillow to your bed. You might have to attach yourself to your bed. How would you eat? Wouldn't all your food just float around everywhere? I was thinking about this today because I got a question from a kid in the Curious Kids Club named Keon. Keon was curious.
Hi Josh, my name is Keon. I want to know, what do astronauts eat in outer space?
Astronauts eat foods that you probably recognize, like meat, vegetables, fruit, soup, cereal, nuts, cookies, tortillas. The important difference, though, is how these foods are prepared and packaged. And the exact menu for each astronaut depends on the mission. See, astronauts living for months on the International Space Station, well, they need a large variety of nutritious meals. But a crew that's taking a shorter trip in a smaller spacecraft, they may have fewer choices because storage space and water and electricity, they're more limited. Have you ever thought about that? When you go up into space, you basically only have what you came with. Astronauts help select their food before a mission. They taste different menu items and decide which ones they like the most. But nutrition experts then study that menu to make sure it will provide the energy and nutrients that each astronaut needs. See, Astronauts work long days and they need to exercise to help keep their muscles and bones strong while they're experiencing microgravity. So they need good nutrition and energy from the foods they eat. Most astronaut foods must remain safe for a long time without any ordinary kitchen refrigerator. Some foods are ready to eat as soon as the package is opened, like nuts and certain cookies. But other foods up there are heat treated and sealed inside flexible pouches. Heating the food during packaging destroys germs that could make it spoil, so it lasts a lot longer. An astronaut can place the unopened pouch into a food warmer before cutting it open with scissors. Some foods are dehydrated, which means much of their water has been removed. When it's time to eat, an astronaut connects the package to a water dispenser. Water passes through the valve in the package and mixes with the food. After waiting for the food to absorb the water, the astronaut opens the package and eats it with a spoon. Drinks can also begin as powder inside sealed pouches. Water is injected through a valve, and the astronaut mixes the drink by moving the pouch. A special straw allows the astronaut to drink while keeping the liquid contained. That is very important. Think about it. Everything is floating up there. You can't drink out of a cup on a spaceship. The water would get everywhere. So packages help prevent a floating mess. Some pieces of food can drift into someone's eye or enter air vents and equipment. Not good. Astronauts often attach their food packages to a tray or wall with special hook and loop fasteners, sometimes called Velcro coins. Their utensils can also be held in place between bites. It makes sense. Velcro would be very helpful up there. Regular sliced bread, think about that. That creates lots of crumbs and does not remain fresh for very long. So instead of bread, they eat tortillas. Tortillas lie flat and they store easily, and they produce fewer crumbs. Astronauts use them to make breakfast burritos and peanut butter and jelly wraps. Now, on the International Space Station, you might actually get packages of food from Earth. Fresh food sometimes arrives aboard a cargo spacecraft. Astronauts may receive apples or oranges or other produce, but those foods must be eaten before they spoil. Most of the station's menu is made from shelf-stable food that can be stored safely for a long time. Eating in space takes a lot more planning than here on Earth, but astronauts still enjoy a lot of recognizable meals. Even still, I bet they're always excited to get back home and eat a regular meal here on Earth again. Okay, let's have a quick quiz and see what we learned today. Why do astronauts and objects appear to float aboard the International Space Station? Because the station and the astronauts and all the objects therein are continuously falling around Earth together. And why is water removed from certain foods before launch? Well, it helps prepare it for long-term storage, and we didn't really talk about this, but removing all the water actually makes the food lighter, which is helpful as well. And what flat food is commonly used instead of sliced bread aboard the space station? That would be tortillas! All right, let's play true or false. True or false? All astronaut food comes in squeezable tubes. That's false. Astronauts eat food from pouches and other packages. True or false? An open cup is the usual way that astronauts drink aboard the space station. That's false. Drinks are generally kept in sealed pouches and consumed through special straws. True or false? Fresh fruit can sometimes be delivered to the International Space Station. That's true. Cargo spacecraft can bring fresh food, which must be eaten before it spoils. True or false? Crumbs aboard the space station immediately fall to the floor. That's false. Crumbs can float away and enter someone's eye, or the air vents, or the equipment. Would you rather watch water float around in a spaceship or drink it out of a pouch? I would definitely rather watch water float around in a spaceship. That sounds pretty cool. But we got to keep all the equipment safe. And our eyes. All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I am a tool with two moving parts. I am sharp. And I cut open the sealed astronaut food pouches that hold the meals. What am I? I am a pair of scissors. Astronauts can enjoy familiar foods from Earth, but perhaps slightly modified. The foods they eat must be nutritious, easy to store, and manageable in microgravity. Some foods are ready to eat, some are heated in sealed pouches, and others need water added before mealtime. Drinks have to stay inside special pouches, and sometimes they have to attach things to the walls just to make sure they don't float away. Sounds like eating in space is pretty complicated, but I bet every time they look out the window and see that view that only a few people in the history of the world have ever gotten to see, it probably feels worth it. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Jacob from Quebec, Canada is turning 7. Happy birthday, Jacob. Rowan from Florida is turning 6. Happy birthday, Rowan. Bethel Joy from Indonesia is turning 4. Happy birthday, Bethel Joy. Dejan from California is turning 6. Happy birthday, Dejan. Malia from Oregon is turning 7. Happy birthday, Malia. Audrey from Oklahoma is turning 6. Happy birthday, Audrey. Anaya from Switzerland is turning 7. Happy birthday, Anaya. Riley from Maryland is turning 9. Happy birthday, Riley. Brooklyn from Michigan is turning 11. Happy birthday, Brooklyn. Davis from South Carolina is turning 5. Happy birthday, Davis. Andy from Washington is turning 2. Happy birthday, Andy. Jade from Texas is turning 8. Happy birthday, Jade. Maya from Seattle is turning 5. Happy birthday, Maya. Flynn from Massachusetts is turning 7. Happy birthday, Flynn. Connor from Illinois is turning 5. Happy birthday, Connor. Santino from California is turning 6. Happy birthday, Santino. Jason from California is turning 8. Happy birthday, Jason. Ellie from Florida is turning 4. Happy birthday, Ellie. Luna Renee from Tennessee is turning 6 this week. Happy birthday, Luna Renee. Finn from Germany is turning 6. Happy birthday, Finn. Logan from Massachusetts is turning 4. Happy birthday, Logan. And Ellie and Maggie are from Missouri and they are turning 6 this week. Happy birthday, Ellie and Maggie. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.